Chosen ones, you were marked by God since childhood. I marked you long before you understood what pain was, long before you could name the strange weight you carried inside your heart. You are not here by accident, and you are not ordinary, even if the world tried to convince you that you were. What you have felt since childhood, that quiet difference, that deep awareness, that unexplained sensitivity, it was never a weakness. It was the sign of my hand resting on your life. Listen carefully, because what you are about to understand will shift how you see every moment you have lived. And if you miss this, you may overlook the very blessing that has been shaping you all along. Type Amen if you agree. From your earliest days, I placed a mark on you that no human eye could fully see, but your spirit always felt it. That is why you noticed things others ignored, why you felt deeply when others remained untouched, and why even in joy there was a quiet sense that you were meant for something greater. You were not like the rest, because I was guiding you differently, preparing you through experiences that seemed confusing at the time. Every tear you shed as a child, every moment you felt alone, every time you wondered why things were harder for you, it was all part of a shaping process that could not be rushed. There were moments when you felt rejected, when you wondered why you were not accepted the way others were, and I was there, watching over you, allowing only what would strengthen your spirit. I did not abandon you in those times. I was carving depth into your soul so you would not break under the weight of your future. You were chosen to carry light, and light must be refined, it must be strengthened, it must be tested so that it does not fade when darkness surrounds it. Even when you felt unseen, I saw you clearly, and I was already planning how those early wounds would become your greatest source of strength. Take a moment and press like on this video if you feel this truth touching your heart, because what you are hearing right now is not random, it is meant to find you. As you grew older, you began to notice that life did not move for you the same way it did for others. While others walked smooth paths, yours felt uncertain, delayed, and sometimes painfully slow. That was not punishment, it was precision, because I was aligning you with a purpose that required patience, endurance, and a deeper understanding of life. The mark I placed on you demanded that you learn lessons others could avoid, because your future holds responsibilities that require wisdom beyond your years. You were marked in your thoughts, in your instincts, in your reactions, even in your silence. There were times when you felt something was about to happen before it did. Times when your spirit warned you, even when your mind could not explain why. That is not coincidence, that is connection, the quiet communication between your soul and my presence. I have been guiding you in ways you did not recognize, protecting you from things you never even knew were meant to harm you. Even your struggles were different because they were not just struggles, they were training. I allowed certain doors to close so you would not settle in places that were beneath your calling. I allowed certain people to leave so you would not depend on those who could not walk with you into your future. Everything that seemed like loss was actually protection, and everything that felt like delay was actually preparation. You may have wondered why you could not become bitter like others, why after everything you went through, your heart still held kindness. That is because my mark on you would not allow your soul to turn dark, even when darkness tried to surround you. I preserved something inside you that the world could not destroy, and that is one of the clearest signs that you were chosen from the beginning. You were not built to become what hurt you, you were built to rise above it. Type 777 if you trust God. There is a reason you are hearing this now, because the season you are entering requires you to understand who you truly are. You can no longer walk as if you are unaware of your identity. You can no longer doubt the purpose that has been following you since childhood. The mark I placed on you is not fading, it is awakening, and you are beginning to see what was always there. The confusion is lifting, the clarity is coming, and the weight you carried is starting to make sense. What you went through was never wasted, not a single moment of it. The pain shaped your compassion, the rejection built your independence, the silence deepened your connection with me. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. You are exactly where you need to be, standing at the edge of a new understanding that will change how you move forward. That is why certain memories stay with you stronger than others, because they hold pieces of truth that your spirit recognized even when your mind could not explain them. You are not imagining your journey, you are uncovering it, step by step, as I reveal what was hidden in plain sight all along. There were seasons when you felt like you were walking alone, when no one truly understood what you were going through. In those moments, you questioned your worth, your direction, and even your strength, but I never questioned you. I knew exactly what I had placed inside you, and I knew that the isolation you felt was creating a deeper connection between you and me. You were being pulled away from noise, so you could hear my voice more clearly, even if it did not feel comforting at the time. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You have always carried a quiet strength that others could not fully see, and that strength was built through experiences that forced you to grow faster than those around you. While others depended on external support, you learned to stand even when support was missing. While others followed the crowd, you felt a pull to walk differently, even when it made you feel misunderstood. That is because you were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out in ways that would only make sense when your purpose became clear. Type 1111 if you believe. I have been shaping your discernment since you were young, teaching you to feel what is right and what is not, even when appearances were misleading. You noticed when something felt off, you sensed when someone was not genuine, and you felt uneasy in places where your spirit did not belong. That awareness was not fear, it was protection, and it has guided you away from harm more times than you realize. Trust that sensitivity, because it is one of the ways I continue to guide you even now. There were times when you blamed yourself for things that were never your fault, carrying guilt that did not belong to you. You took responsibility for situations you did not create, simply because your heart was open and willing to understand others. But I tell you now, release that weight, because it was never meant to define you. Your compassion was not a weakness, it was a reflection of the love I placed inside you, and that love is still one of your greatest strengths. You have walked through confusion, through uncertainty, through moments where nothing seemed to make sense, yet you are still here, still standing, still moving forward. That is not by chance, that is by design. Every step you took, even the ones that felt wrong, were part of a path that led you to this moment of clarity. You were never lost, you were learning, and now you are beginning to see the direction that was always there. There is something within you that refuses to give up, even when everything around you feels heavy. That persistence is not coming from your own strength alone, it is the mark I placed on you, the part of you that knows there is more ahead. You may have felt tired, discouraged, even overwhelmed at times, but you did not stop, and that matters more than you realize. It shows that what I have placed inside you is still alive, still active, still guiding you forward. Type yes to receive miracles. You are entering a season where things will begin to align in ways that confirm what you are starting to understand. You will see connections where there once was confusion, you will feel peace where there once was doubt, and you will recognize my hand in moments that once seemed ordinary. This is not the beginning of your purpose, it is the awakening of it, the moment where you finally see what has been shaping you all along. Do not be afraid of what is coming, because it is not meant to harm you, it is meant to reveal you. The path ahead may still require courage, it may still require trust, but you are no longer walking without awareness. You know now that you are guided, that you are protected, that you are chosen, and that knowledge changes everything. You are no longer reacting to life, you are stepping into it with understanding. The things you once doubted about yourself will begin to make sense, and the parts of you that felt out of place will become the very things that set you apart. You will start to see that your sensitivity is strength, your depth is wisdom, and your resilience is proof of what you have already overcome. Nothing about you is accidental, everything about you carries purpose, even the parts you once tried to hide. I am not finished with you, not even close. What you have experienced so far is only preparation for what is ahead, and what is ahead will require you to fully accept who you are. You cannot shrink anymore, you cannot pretend to be less than what you are, and you cannot ignore the calling that has followed you since childhood. It is time to step forward, to trust what you feel, and to walk with the confidence of someone who knows they were chosen for a reason. You are not behind, you are not late, and you are not forgotten. You are right on time, exactly where you need to be, with everything you need already placed within you. The mark I gave you has not faded, it has grown stronger, and now it is guiding you into a season where you will begin to see the results of everything you have endured. There were moments when you tried to return to what was familiar, hoping it would bring comfort, but instead it felt empty. That is because you cannot go back to what you have already outgrown, and you cannot shrink to fit into spaces that no longer match your spirit. I have been closing those doors, not to frustrate you, but to protect the direction you are meant to follow. You are being led forward, even when it feels uncomfortable, because forward is where your calling lives. The mark I placed on you is becoming more visible through your actions, your choices, and even your silence. You no longer react the same way, you no longer chase the same things, and you no longer tolerate what once drained you. That change is not accidental, it is transformation, the result of everything you have walked through up to this point. You are not the same person you were, and that is exactly how it was meant to be. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You may feel a sense of separation from certain people, places, and even parts of your past, and that feeling can be difficult to understand. But that distance is necessary, because not everything that was once part of your life is meant to continue with you. I am refining your environment, aligning you with what supports your growth, and removing what slows it down. This process may feel like loss, but it is actually alignment, bringing you closer to what truly belongs in your life. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. There is a deeper awareness growing within you, a sense of clarity that is becoming stronger with each passing day. You are starting to see through illusions, to recognize what is real and what is not, and to understand the difference between temporary satisfaction and lasting purpose. That awareness is a gift, and it is guiding you toward decisions that will shape your future in ways you cannot yet fully see. Trust that inner knowing, because it is connected to me. You have carried questions for a long time, wondering why your path has been so different, why your experiences have felt heavier, and why your journey has required so much strength. The answer is simple, yet powerful. You were being prepared for something greater than what you could have handled before. The weight you carried built the strength you now have, and the lessons you learned gave you the wisdom you now walk with. Type 2222 to receive miracles. I am bringing you into a season where you will begin to see the fruit of what has been planted within you for years. Opportunities will come that align with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. People will enter your life who recognize your value without you having to prove it. And doors will open that feel right, not forced, because they are connected to the purpose I have been guiding you toward. Do not let fear stop you from stepping into what is being placed before you. Fear may try to remind you of past disappointments, but you are not in the same place anymore. You have grown, you have learned, and you are stronger than you were before. What did not work in the past will not define what is possible now, because you are not the same person facing those situations again. You are also being called to release the need for approval from others. You do not need validation to walk in what I have placed on your life. The mark you carry is not something that needs to be confirmed by the world. It is something that is confirmed within you. When you begin to move with that confidence, you will notice that the right people will naturally align with you, and the wrong ones will fall away without struggle. There is a peace that is beginning to settle within you, even in the middle of uncertainty. That peace is not based on what is happening around you, it is based on what is happening within you. It is the result of your connection with me becoming stronger, your trust becoming deeper, and your understanding becoming clearer. Hold on to that peace, because it will guide you through every situation you encounter. You have come through more than most people realize, and you have done it without losing who you are. That is not something to overlook, it is something to recognize as evidence of the strength I have placed inside you. You did not break, you did not give up, and you did not lose your light, even when it would have been easier to do so. That is the mark, still present, still guiding you, still protecting you. As you move forward, you will begin to see how everything connects, how every experience had a purpose, and how every moment brought you closer to this point. Nothing was wasted, nothing was random, and nothing was outside of my awareness. You are stepping into a new level of understanding, one that will change how you see yourself and how you move through the world. I am calling you to stand in your truth, without hesitation, without shrinking, and without seeking permission from anyone. The mark I placed on you was never meant to be hidden. It was meant to guide you and to shine through you in ways that bring clarity to your life and to others. There will be moments where you feel a strong pull to step into something new, something unfamiliar, something that stretches you beyond what you have known. That pull is not random, it is direction, and it is leading you into the next part of your journey. You may not have all the answers yet, and you may not see the full path ahead, but you do not need to. What you need is trust, the same trust that has carried you this far, even when you did not realize you were being guided. The doubts that once held you back will begin to lose their power because you are starting to see the truth of who you are. You are not the mistakes you made, you are not the labels that were placed on you, and you are not the limitations that others tried to define you with. You are what I created you to be, and that truth is stronger than anything that tried to convince you otherwise. As you hold on to that truth, you will begin to move differently, with a confidence that is not forced, but natural. Type 1010 to receive blessings. There is a shift happening within your spirit, a quiet but powerful transformation that is aligning your thoughts, your actions, and your purpose. You are no longer scattered, you are becoming focused. You are no longer uncertain, you are becoming clear. This shift may feel subtle at times, but its impact will be undeniable as you continue to move forward. You will start to notice that your time is being redirected toward what truly matters. Distractions that once pulled your attention will lose their hold, and your energy will naturally flow toward what aligns with your growth. This is not something you have to force. It is something that is happening as a result of your alignment with me. The more you stay connected, the clearer your direction will become. Type 222 to claim miracles. I am also teaching you to trust your timing, to understand that not everything needs to happen immediately to be meaningful. There were times when you felt delayed, when you questioned why things were not moving faster, but those delays were not denials. They were moments of preparation, giving you the time you needed to become ready for what is ahead. Now, as things begin to move, you will see that the timing was always right. How are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are being positioned for opportunities that require you to step forward without fear. This does not mean fear will not appear, but it means fear will not control your actions. You will feel it, but you will move anyway, because your trust in me will be stronger than your hesitation. That is what growth looks like, not the absence of fear, but the ability to move through it with confidence. There is also a healing taking place within you, one that is restoring parts of you that were hurt in the past. Old wounds are being softened, old pain is being released, and you are being freed from burdens that you carried for too long. This healing is not happening all at once, but it is steady and it is real. You will begin to feel lighter, more at peace, and more open to what is ahead. As this healing continues, you will find it easier to forgive, not because what happened was right, but because you are choosing to release what no longer serves you. Forgiveness is not about forgetting, it is about freeing yourself from the weight of what was. You are not meant to carry that weight into your future, and I am helping you let it go, step by step. You are also being reminded that you are not alone in this journey. Even when it feels like no one understands, I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and supporting you in ways you may not always see. My presence has been constant in your life, even in moments when you felt disconnected. I have never left you, and I never will. The mark on your life is not fading, it is becoming stronger with each step you take. It is guiding your decisions, shaping your path, and leading you toward the purpose that was placed within you from the very beginning. You are not searching for your purpose anymore, you are stepping into it, one moment at a time. You will begin to see the results of your growth, not only in what you achieve, but in who you are becoming. Your patience, your strength, your wisdom, all of these are evidence of the journey you have walked. You are not the same person you were, and that is something to be proud of, something to recognize as progress. Do not doubt what is unfolding in your life, even if it does not make complete sense yet. You are being guided with intention, and every step you take is part of a larger plan. Trust that plan, trust the process, and trust yourself, because you are being led exactly where you need to be. This is not something that happened overnight. It is the result of everything you have endured, everything you have learned, and everything I have been building within you since childhood. You are not guessing anymore, you are recognizing, and that recognition is opening your eyes to the truth of who you are. There was a time when you felt like your life was moving in circles, repeating the same lessons, facing the same challenges, and wondering when things would finally change. What you did not see then is that each cycle was taking you deeper, refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you in ways that could not happen all at once. You were not stuck, you were being shaped, and now that shaping is beginning to show in how you think, how you feel, and how you respond to life. You are not reacting from pain anymore, you are responding from understanding. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. I am bringing you into a season where your awareness will become one of your greatest strengths. You will see things before they fully unfold. You will sense what is right for you without needing constant confirmation, and you will move with a quiet confidence that does not rely on external approval. This is the result of your connection with me becoming stronger, clearer, and more consistent. You are learning to trust not just what you see, but what you feel deep within your spirit. There will be moments where you are asked to make decisions that require you to trust yourself in ways you have not before. You may feel a pull towards something that does not make complete sense at first, but you will also feel a peace that confirms it is right. That is how I will guide you, not through confusion, but through clarity that grows stronger the more you listen. You do not need to have every detail figured out, you only need to take the next step with trust. Type 2222 to receive miracles. You are also being called to step into a new level of responsibility, one that matches the growth you have experienced. This is not about pressure, it is about purpose, about using what you have learned to create something meaningful in your life. The experiences you went through were not just for you, they were meant to prepare you to influence, to uplift, and to bring light into spaces that need it. You carry something valuable within you, and it is time to allow it to be expressed. There may still be moments where old fears try to return, reminding you of past failures or disappointments. But those fears do not hold the same power they once did, because you are no longer the same person who experienced those moments. You have grown, you have learned, and you have developed a strength that cannot be easily shaken. When those thoughts come, recognize them, but do not allow them to control your actions. You are moving forward, not backward. I am also aligning you with people who will understand you in ways that others could not. These connections will not feel forced, they will feel natural, because they are built on alignment rather than convenience. You will no longer have to explain yourself constantly or feel like you need to prove your worth. You will be seen, understood, and appreciated for who you are, and that will bring a sense of peace you have been waiting for. At the same time, you will notice that certain relationships will fade, not because something went wrong, but because they have fulfilled their purpose in your life. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into every season, and that is something you are learning to accept. Letting go is not always easy, but it is necessary for growth. Trust that what is leaving is making space for what is meant to stay. You are also stepping into a deeper sense of self-respect, one that changes how you allow others to treat you and how you treat yourself. You are no longer settling for less than what you deserve, and you are no longer ignoring what your spirit is telling you. This shift will impact every area of your life, from your relationships to your decisions to your overall direction. You are choosing alignment over comfort, and that choice will lead you to where you are meant to be. Why are experts saying this brainwave discovery might soon be removed from the internet? A top neuroscientist has shared CIA-linked findings about a 7-second ritual that may influence financial awareness. Verified by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is helping people move toward improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But access to this information may not last long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. The peace you are beginning to feel is not temporary. It is the result of your alignment with me. It is a peace that remains even when things around you are uncertain, because it is rooted in something deeper than circumstances. Hold on to that peace, let it guide you, and let it remind you that you are not walking this path alone. I am with you in every step, in every decision, in every moment. You have come too far to doubt yourself now. Everything you have been through has brought you to this point, and everything ahead of you is building on that foundation. You are not starting over, you are continuing, moving forward with more awareness, more strength, and more clarity than you have ever had before. This is your time to step fully into who you are without hesitation. The mark I placed on you since childhood is not just a memory, it is a living part of you, guiding you, shaping you, and leading you toward your purpose. It has carried you through every challenge, every doubt, and every moment of uncertainty. And now, as you move forward, it will continue to guide you, not as something hidden, but as something you fully understand and embrace. There were times when you felt like giving up, when the weight of everything you carried felt too heavy to continue. You questioned your strength, your direction, and even your purpose, wondering if it would ever make sense. But even in those moments, you did not stop completely. Something within you kept you moving, even if it was only one small step at a time. That quiet persistence was not coming from your own strength alone. It was the mark I placed on you, the part of you that refuses to let you fall completely. Type 777 to affirm your belief. You are starting to realize that the things you once saw as weaknesses are actually part of your strength. Your sensitivity allows you to understand others in a way that many cannot. Your depth allows you to see beyond the surface, to recognize truth where others see confusion. Your resilience, built through everything you have faced, allows you to stand firm even when life becomes difficult. Nothing about you is accidental. Everything about you carries purpose. There is also a new level of awareness rising within you, one that is changing how you see your past. You are no longer looking at your experiences with confusion or frustration. You are beginning to see the lessons, the growth, and the preparation within them. What once felt like setbacks are now being revealed as stepping stones. What once felt like loss is now being understood as redirection. This shift in perspective is not small, it is powerful, and it is changing how you move forward.